you cannot see my face, but I look like the picture that you're seeing. I look exactly like that. Because I've tried to do the video and I have, I can only connect using audio. I don't know why that is so, but my name is Benjamin Rukwenje, and I am a jack of many trades, and I love doing quite a number of things. I think of myself as a writer, a researcher, someone who's into, who loves outdoor activities, but also I'm, a father, husband, and in terms of work, I spend a lot of my time doing work around education and mentorship and preparing young people to transition into the world of work, specifically with soft skilling, and I do that with the team that I lead at Boundless Minds, where I am the founder.
Okay, so tell us about Boundless Minds. What have you been doing? What exactly do you do? How have you evolved over time? If you could do that briefly.
Yeah, so Boundless Minds basically, in short, prepares young people for work. So I know that you started working early, but so the idea for Boundless Minds is to start as many young people, basically to give them the same chance that you had. I know yours might have been different because you made this decision to go to work quite early because you needed to meet your goals and needs and objectives. But the norm has always been that for many of us, the idea is that you wait until you have finished university or you've dropped out of school in order to transition to work. And what Boundless Minds is doing is to try and get young people to start early, because usually that means that it's easy for them, to pick up all of the skills that they need, the experience that they need in order to transition. And if they wait until it's late, then they have trouble with, finding a job, finding work, or even starting their own businesses. So what Boundless Minds does is that once you come in, and we've been doing this year, we are making 9 years actually. So what we've been doing is work.
Almost making a decade. Very, very well done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so what we've been doing is we work with mostly young people between 18 to about 25. So usually starting from around senior 6 VAC, up to early, university, vocational school, or those that have just dropped off out of school. So we work with them, we bring them in, give them soft skills, things like communication skills. How do you prepare for a job interview? If you want to start a business and become an entrepreneur, how do you go about that? We give them career guidance. We also introduce them to mentors. We also, find them entry-level employment opportunities and all of that. So that's what we do. And then we also expose them to work early enough so that by the time they need to either start their own business or find a job, they are very ready. In short, that's what Boundless Minds does.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. So you have this thing called the Peak Pursuit.
Yes.
And I see so many comments here saying, I started this, I never got to get a job, or I did this, I'm still looking for a job and stuff like that. But you're saying that we should not get to that situation. We should not get to finish university and then you can't find a job. Why? Because many people are saying, look, you have to find a place that can accept you to work with no experience.
Yes.
But you're saying that, look, you are addressing that through the peak pursuit. Can we speak about the peak pursuit?
Okay, so Peak Pursuit is a program that is our focus for this year. So we run a senior 6 VAC program called Boundless Scope, or Boundless Scopes, if you like. And the way it works is that when you're in senior 6, you will come in, you will get training, then you will be required to go in your neighborhood and in a school in your neighborhood and volunteer, because you need to build your work experience. Then you will implement a project to give you a good idea about entrepreneurship and project management, and but also even self-management and self-confidence. And then we will give you a mentor for you to graduate. So our focus for this year is Peak Pursuit.
I'm proud to say that I've participated as a mentor.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. You are one of our mentors, and we are so happy to have you. And if there's anyone on this live stream that wants to be a mentor or whatever, you can just follow our channel. It's on there. It's called The Mentor, and get in touch with us. If you want to be a mentor, you can let us know. So the way Peak Pursuit works is that it's our theme for this year. So we are recruiting 200 senior 6 vacists. And they will come in. Sorry?
Why the cap on 200?
The cap on 200 is also a resource. Is a resource consideration. The thing is, so what I want to maybe clear from the beginning is that the program is free. Peak Pursuit is a free program. Or the participants will not have to pay. But for us to guarantee that the program will have quality, we can only take in 200 young people or 200 senior 6 vacists. So they will come in, they will do 3 weeks of soft skills training where they will go through, training on sales and marketing, training on entrepreneurship, training on human-centered design and how to start a business, training on communication skills. So things like, how do you write a proper email? How do you design a pitch? How do you do public speaking? How do you, use, let's say, tools like Canva to create a pitch deck? So that's what they will be learning.
Why do you think that this is important for vacists to learn this? Honestly, I wish I knew earlier. When I was in vacation, I could have learned some of these things. For example, now when I was in VAC, there was no AI. Now there's AI. Yeah. It means that there's a lot you can do with ChatGPT, with Grok, with Canva, and stuff like that. Yes. But people need to be told that this can make or break your career that you're trying to build. So why do you think this is important?
It is important because there's no school. They don't teach these things in school.
Yeah.
We know that schools do not teach you, say for example, how to start a business.
Yeah.
You learn how to start a business when you start a business because you failed to find a job. School does not teach you how to look for a job, how to keep a job, how to be a good colleague, how to get promoted, how to create opportunities, how to present yourself at a job interview, how to write a CV. So because schools do not teach those things, that's why, and yet they are important for everyone who's trying to, transition to the world of work, either as an employee or as an employer and as a business person. That's why they are important. If you're in senior 6 vacation, it is a crucial point because you have about 8 months before you join university, but B, you are reaching a point where you need to start thinking about work, about a job, about earning your own money. Because Canary, I'm sure you know this, that there's nothing sweeter than spending your own money because no one is telling you how to spend it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If you rely on pocket money, you can only spend what they've given you.
Yeah.
And what we are trying to do is with Peak Pursuit is basically achieve three things. One is provide the right skills for young people, to the right soft skills that young people need to be ready for work. B, provide them with work experience, right? That they need to build and they need to build, in order to either start their own businesses or easily find jobs. And three, transition them into money economy, right? So, like I was saying, some you know, of the modules or some of the trainings that they'll be doing are, on financial literacy, on sales and marketing, on, budgeting and fundraising, on how to write a concept note, how to write a fundraising proposal, and all of those things will be learned. But they will also do practical stuff. So, and that's why we are calling it Peak Pursuit, because it goes outside the classroom.
Benji, at that level of senior six vacation, do those kids understand the importance of all this? Because looks like for us, we have had to go through the process until we get to after university for us to understand these things. You literally learn the hard way. So at senior six vacation, does anyone understand why they should start a business and how to start a business? Or dynamics have changed and we don't know?
Yes, so that's the interesting thing. You know, like when I said we've been doing this for 9 years now,
Yeah.
or 8 years. This is our 9th year. What's interesting is that when we started, many of the senior six vacists who came into the program did not have businesses. But the world of work has changed in the last 5 years. Since COVID, now we have a lot of technology. There are all of these careers that didn't exist 5 years ago. So, influencer, social media influencing, digital marketing, AI, AI and data analysts and people like that, or but also simple businesses like where they are selling, like a boutique. They are selling clothes. They are selling shoes. They are selling perfume in order to make money. So there are some who might have, the luxury of not needing money immediately, but there are some who, without doing a business and earning, maybe will not have pocket money at school, will not be able to pay for handouts in university, will not be able to find a job because they don't have the connections. So we've realized that in the last 5 years, the number of young people who come into Boundless Minds to start with a small business, it can be a very small business, or with the idea of wanting to start a business, or they've never thought about it, but now that they are there and they have the skills, they have the networks, they have the resources, they have the knowledge, they say, oh, okay, this is a good idea, or this is, now I feel confident enough to start. And I'll even give you an example.
Okay.
Yeah, we have one of our alumni runs an entity called the Gardener. And so you might have seen him somewhere. He runs an entity called the Gardener, which does landscaping and outdoor, flower work and stuff.
Do TikTok live. First go on TikTok. You have TikTok? All right. Hey, first go to live. First tune in. Sorry, Benj, go on.
Yeah, I can see you there busy managing things. Yeah, so I was saying that one of our alumni runs an entity called the Gardener, and that business started basically at Boundless, in a Boundless class. That's why he got the idea, cultivated it, and it basically started. And right now, he's thriving. If you come to our, you haven't come to our office yet, but if you come to our office, you'll even find the training shed, which is going to be used for peak pursuit, was built by him. Right?
That's nice.
But he has, clients from schools to hotels to homes where he's, doing landscaping and flower work and plant work and designs and things like that. And he would not have been able to do that. But he also, and that's the thing. You were asking whether, when someone is in Essex, they understand or why is this important for them.
Yeah.
So some realize this immediately. For others, it is much later. Others, it is when you're in university and you want to apply for a job, right? Or you are in vocational school and you want to apply for a job. Or you've now realized, unfortunately, that you don't have money to proceed to training, and you look for a job, and they say, you don't have, we are looking for sales agents, or we are looking for data entry people, or we are looking for a receptionist. They say, go and bring a CV. And then someone who went through Boundless Minds gets the job ahead of you because they know how to write a CV, because they know how to present themselves in a job interview. So basically, that's what we are trying to do. And the beauty with this.
So sorry, Benji, to cut you short, but me, I'm looking at, okay, fine. There is all this, but I also need to sustain myself while I'm at campus. Do these things translate into actual job opportunities, or like the peak pursuit that you're doing, or do they translate into money making? And from your own experience and the people who have started businesses, what's the timeline?
So we actually do our data from our alumni, right? The data from our alumni shows that we transition 57%, right, of our alumni into entry-level opportunities within 6 to 9 months, right, of completing. And the way we categorize entry-level opportunities is either you have started a business, or you have found gig work, or you have found a temporary job, or you have found a full-time job, or you are, managing your own enterprise, or you've moved on into leadership positions, fellowships and things like that. So that's how we categorize entry level. And 57% of our mentees basically transition into entry level work between 6 to 9 months of completing. And I was going to say that, so we've seen this, we have evidence of this, and I think I saw someone on one of the comments, someone saying, I am an alumni of Boundless Minds. So they are out there, many of them. But the thing I wanted to say is also, the beauty with Peak Pursuit, it is free, is that students don't have to, or students in Senior 6 vacation don't have to pay for anything. But we've also provided career guidance, because we know, for example, that it's very, very hard for students to make decisions on what course should I do, right? Which course will make it easy for me to find a job? Or
so it gets into my next question. At Boundless Minds, how do you make the selection? And I'll ask questions like, does it cost me anything? How do I apply? Who is fit to apply? But those will answer in a bit. One is, how do you make the selection?
Okay. So, basically, once you there's a call that's going out, and it's closing, I think, on 11th, for Peak Pursuit.
Sunday.
Yes, so it's closing on Sunday.
Okay, so where should they find the call?
So if they follow any of our channels, both here on TikTok, where Boundless Minds or the Mentor, or on Instagram, if you just look for Boundless Minds, or on X, if you just look for Boundless Minds, you will find the call.
Okay.
And how we do the selection is you fill in a form that asks you a couple of questions about you. Things like, your name, whatever, why you want to join the program, because like we said, the slots are very limited, and because the program you're not going to be paying any fees to get, thankfully we have partners who are paying for us to deliver the program, so that's why
So it's free of charge.
Yes, so it's free of charge.
Okay.
But we just need you, once you fill in the form, to let us know why it should be Canary Mugumi and not Benjamin Rukwenje who is selected. So you have to make your own case. And this is the first lesson in selling. You have to sell yourself. And because we are going to teach you these skills for life, so this is the first test that you can actually convince us that you are the best person to join the program.
I think that it's the first soft skill that is required from you for you to be able to learn other soft skills.
Yes, exactly.
To be able to speak about yourself. But there are people who have issues with that. Can I submit in a written application, or is it video? How do people apply?
So they apply, it's a written application. It has to be a written application. I think in future we will have to blend in a bit of video, of course, but for now, for this particular one, it's a written application. There's a form that you just fill in. You don't have to, write. You just click the link and it asks you the questions and you fill it in.
Okay. Who is eligible to apply, and do you consider age? Do you consider academic qualifications? What do you consider? If I finished my senior 6 4 years ago and I have not gotten a chance to go to university because perhaps financial constraints, who is eligible to apply? Am I going to be able to be considered?
We have, so there are two layers to the answer to that question. The first being that the program is strictly for someone who is in senior 6 VAC this year, right? That's the first layer. So the only eligibility is that you are in senior 6 VAC this year. But in case you finished school or didn't finish school, for example, because it doesn't have to be that someone did finish school. There'll be those who didn't finish school, dropped out along the way, or finished school and are still trying to find work, or are still, in a higher institution of learning or are in a vocational school. We also have other programs that they can join, and if they follow us online or whatever, they can find those programs. But for Peak Pursuit, strictly for Peak Pursuit for this year, it is only limited to someone who is in senior 6 vacation. Yeah.
Okay. Vacation can go on and on. If I've spent 3 years in vacation, does that count me in? Do you consider me?
No. No, but we don't consider you, so you will not be considered for Peak Pursuit. But there will be other programs that we are running at Boundless, which you can join.
Okay, there's a question from Gabi. It says, do you help senior 6 vacists decide on what courses they should study, or you just teach them the soft skills?
Yes, I think I mentioned it. Gabi might have missed this when I mentioned it earlier. That yes, one of the key components of our programs is that we provide career guidance advisory to all our mentees. So we help our mentees understand the difference between one course and the other, which one is best for them, but also which one is most realistic, which university perhaps might provide a better alternative, what course ranges are there, what career tracks does one course lead to, what are your strengths and advantage, and how can you use those to leverage, a course or the other. So we provide that. So that's the beauty with them. So if there's someone here who's in senior 6 VAC or knows someone that is in senior 6 VAC, that is one of the benefits of joining Peak Pursuit, of signing up for Peak Pursuit, or to be a boundless corp, because part of what they will be going through will be providing them with career guidance advisory services.
Okay, so it answers a lot of questions. Question from Barbara: what would you say about cybersecurity course, sir? I'm looking at going for it. Someone else here says, out of experience, let students do courses according to their passion. But I think the debate on parents wanting us to do what they feel like we should do, what we feel like our passion is, and what's economically viable out there, I feel like that's the guidance that we all need. But Benjamin, I want to engage you on the application process. What exactly do you consider? Is it my well-written English? Because if it is, then ChatGPT can as well give me a proper one.
No, it's not. It's not your well-written English, because we are not an academic program. We are a life and career readiness program. So what we consider is how much do you want this? I don't know if that statement makes sense, right? Because the program is free. We are not charging for the program, but we have limited slots, and there are too many people that are applying for the program, and we will have to select only a few from those. And the best way we can do that is we will select based on how well you speak about yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect English, but how you have to tell us why you want to join the program. Why is this program important? What do you want from joining the program? How will this program help you further yourself and benefit? Maybe you benefit your community or whatever. So all we need is to see hunger or read hunger for personal and career and professional development in your application. But also, I should add that
somebody has said that as a boundless scope and a chronic AI user, I assure you, ChatGPT can't give you what Peak Pursuit will. Guys, Peak Pursuit is the program that has been introduced by Boundless Minds, and it's for vacists. So the deadline is this Sunday. Go to all Boundless Minds pages on social media, on TikTok, on Twitter, X, Facebook, and Instagram to be able to apply. If you're a vacist, and you need to apply now because the deadline is on Sunday. But this is Child of Grace. Yeah. Go on, Benji.
Yes, so I was also going to say that we also encourage especially girls to apply, because one of the things we have discovered over the course of the years is that we do not have women find it harder to especially start their own businesses, right?
Yeah.
Or even transition into jobs. So that's why there's this, encouragement around Peak Pursuit that if you are a girl or a girl, so females are encouraged to apply. So that's also one of the considerations that we will, be looking out for. So for people who are applying, it's not only for girls, it's mixed, but we encourage, especially female students in VAC to apply for the program. And because the way the program is also designed, there's also something I didn't talk about earlier, that the way the program is designed is that there's the 3 weeks of training, there's the 4 weeks of work experience building, where they will be doing exciting community projects as part of their learning process, so it involves them going into the community, implementing a project and learning from it, but also learning how to pitch and do things. Then the last component is that we will have a camp. We'll have a 3-day camp also incorporated in the program, and then once they graduate, there will be depending on how well they perform, then they will have they will be attached to one-on-one mentors. Canary, you've been a mentor on the program, so you will have one-on-one mentors. We will have prizes. We'll have opportunities for them to find entry-level work with some of our partners who take them on for entry-level opportunities. So that's in brief, that's how the program is designed.
Okay, so there's a question here from someone, and the question is, what's your advice to students who would love to learn a skill rather than studying a short course?
So I think my advice would be that it doesn't have to be either, like it doesn't have to be one or the other, that both things can complement each other. So if you have the opportunity to learn a skill and also do the course, do it, because when you're learning the skill, you are getting the practical aspect of this thing. But doing the course allows for you to see the other different ways in which you can apply these skills that you have learned. So there are things you might not be able to know how to do unless you actually go and do a course, even if you are skilled in it. So, and let me use an example, if you will allow me. Let's say you go and learn to be a carpenter, right? You become a very, very skilled carpenter. You do very good work. But if you don't do a course, let's say on marketing and branding and communication or customer engagement, then you might not know how to sell your product or sell yourself, right? So that's why the two things don't have to work in isolation. That if you're learning a skill, right, you can also go and do a course in something that complements the skill, makes you better, so that you're able to make more money or brand yourself better or invest in this skill at a higher level. So that's why if you have an opportunity, do both.
Okay. Just two more questions and then we close this conversation, and I'll get your parting shot at the end. We're having a conversation on mentorship. If you're a senior six-packist, this is the time to apply and learn a soft skill. Peak Pursuit by Boundless Minds. Benjamin, I'll ask, can anyone be able to do this course online, or it has to be completely physical?
So unfortunately, the limitation that we have, especially for Peak Pursuit, is that it will be based in Kampala.
But it's physical completely?
Yes, so it's physical completely, but hopefully in future, with support from our partners, we can include where we can scale this to other cities and regions in Uganda. But for now, it's physical. It's physical completely. It will be at Bukoto. Our training center, the Boundless Soft Skilling Center, is in Bukoto. On, I think the road is on Moyo Close, the road that has Bukoto Heights and Kisu.
Okay.
Bukoto Heights on one side and Kisu on the other.
I hear you on inclusivity, especially for the girl child, but many people asking, it's as if that you've ignored the boy child. How did you design this plan for inclusion purposes?
No, certainly not. We've not ignored the boy child. So what we are doing is that we are encouraging the girl child to apply because they usually don't apply for these kinds of things. Right? So, but we are telling them, don't don't block yourself from the opportunity that because the girl child usually doesn't apply for these sorts of opportunities. So you find a class that has 3 girls and 7 boys. But what we're saying is that we will look for. We are encouraging them to apply, even if we will we will not throw out boys because of the girl child, but we are encouraging the girl child to apply.
What's the gender percentage? Are you specifically allocating a certain percentage to the females than the males?
So this is what's going to happen actually, because we are looking for 200 students for 200 S6 vacis, but they will not all come in at the same time. We will have the first 100 and then the next 100. So depending on what the figures show for the first cohort, then that will inform the gender categorization for the second round of recruitment. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Benji, your parting shots, because it looks like some of these questions are being repeated, but someone is saying if they have finished campus, can they apply? I think you are clear with the big password that this is for vacists. Okay, I found this interesting before you give your parting shot. How can we be partners to support or bring the program to Kiriandongo? We almost do the same things.
So again, we are always looking for partners. We are always looking for partnerships because we can't reach everywhere and everyone. So if there's someone who would like to partner with us, simply reach out through our channels and let us know, and we will get back to you. Just reach out to us and say you would like to partner with us, and we will actively reach out to you. You won't have to look for us. We will look for you. We will, reach out to you immediately. But my parting shot, Canary, is also is that the program is free. B is that we are doing it's physical. It's in Kampala. And the reason for that is because we are also looking at this as a pilot to see how much can we learn from, and if we want to scale it to other regions of the country, how do we do that? So we are thinking of this as a pilot as well. So if someone is outside of Kampala and they can't join, that's something that we will address. But we also learned that while technology is great for this age group, sometimes they need that physical interaction. They need to build bonds, they need to build networks, they need to build the discipline for work. So that's why we are also doing the physical program. The call is out, it is ending, we are closing. Deadline for application is on Sunday. So whoever would like to apply and join the Peak Pursuit program, we shall close on Sunday. You can, if you follow Boundless Minds on any of our social media channels. On TikTok, you can look for Boundless Minds or The Mentor. You will find us there. You can look for us on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on X, Twitter. You will find us. You can also, I can also read for you for you to, find us as well.
Okay, Benji, we are waiting for you. This is the big pursuit. If you're a Vakis, this is a great time to join in. Look for Boundless Minds at all social media pages. and you'll be able to join in and learn soft skills. It's a simple program, and the only requirement is you have to be a Vakist. Okay, Benji, you're back. Tell us, how do they get in touch with you?
So I said they can get in touch with us through any of our social media platforms. You know, we're on LinkedIn, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're everywhere. Or, you know, check our website, boundless-minds.org. Yeah, that's how they can get us. The program is free, so you don't have to feel like you have to pay anything or get charged by anyone. It is 10 weeks, so you're committing to 10 weeks. It is starting in February, in the second week of February, basically. So it's 10 weeks, and on average, but it's not every day 10 weeks for the 10 weeks. So you will have on average, you'll have 2 half days. Every mentee will have 2 half days a week for, you know, the duration of the program. You know, there's training, there's a work experience, building and learning, there's a camp, there's a 3-day camp, and then there's graduation and mentorship and school to work, transition support, and alumni support. We have a large community of alumni, of close to 1,000 alumni. So whoever joins will also have that opportunity to join our alumni community and benefit from all of the other privileges that come with being a member of the community.
Okay. Benjamin, it's been a pleasure having you here, and I think the Boundless Minds page has commented. That's the page, Boundless Minds. If you're a Vakist, go and do that program. It's going to change your life. And Benjamin, thank you for sharing so much about this program, and we look forward to when this program starts and how much value you're going to add onto these young people.
Yeah, thank you so much, Canary, for giving me and Boundless the opportunity to talk about this important program, and hopefully there'll be a couple of people on the program who themselves join or talk, other people who could benefit from it, and will join it. So thank you so much, Canary, and everyone who was here. Have a lovely weekend.
Benji Lindako, waliwo anakusaba akalulu.
Akalulu ankubira essimu, nalabye abantu baba bali mu kubakubira simu naye nze sinnafuna simu.
Tonafuna simu?
Tebanankubira simu.
Okay, kanjibaweereze.
Nkaalinze esimu yange sinnaba kugijja ku network, bankubire ku simu awo twogere.
Benjamin Rukwenji is the founder of the Boundless Minds, and they in Faith will be rolling out the Peak Password program for Vakists to be able to learn soft skills and be able to do more, so that by the time you get to university, you have the career guidance that you need and deserve. Thank you, Benji. Thank you, the Boundless Minds. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. Also, this is my first TikTok, so I really, really, really hope that we did well. I get to see a lot of people more than.
I think we should do a lot more of this.
I mean, whenever you're available after elections, then why not?
Yeah.